Hi there, my name is Lily. I'm a non-native English teacher. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back if this is not your first time. A few days ago I received an interesting message from a colleague of mine saying, I'm an English teacher too, and most of my students are pre-intermediate and intermediate students. I enjoy working with these levels, but at times I feel ashamed that I don't work with advanced students. I feel scared that I do not have enough knowledge to teach them. Do you work with C1 and C2 levels? Any tips? We had a discussion about that, and I decided to make a whole video on this topic because I feel like you might have had some similar thoughts as well, so this video will be useful and will answer that question. First of all, I want to highlight one specific phrase that she said, and that was, I enjoy working with these levels. So if you enjoy working with a specific level, the question is, why stop doing it? It seems like an obvious question, doesn't it? But we tend to overlook the simplest things sometimes. Am I right? We tend to always seek the new and always seek ways to challenge ourselves, which is good. But that doesn't mean that we have to drop everything and we have to just forget about our preferences and not pay attention to those preferences and always keep growing and changing things up. If you enjoy working with elementary students, for example, like I do, I love elementary level because that's where students make a lot of progress. So we can celebrate together, we can have fun. I will never stop working with elementary students, no matter how good my personal level is or how much experience I have. I love that. So I will keep doing it, and I want to encourage you to do the same. It's okay. If you know what you love, that's awesome. Keep doing it. But you can layer something new on top of that, and you don't always have to substitute. I hope that makes sense. And if at this point you start second-guessing yourself and you start saying, well, but what if I narrow down too much and I will not have enough students? Well, that's a myth. Because if you know how to advertise yourself, and if you put yourself out there, and if students actually see you online, or somebody talks about you and a student recommends you to a friend, etc., if they know you exist and if they know that you can take them from point A to point B, that's enough. They will want to work with you because they know you have the knowledge and the skills and the answers to all their questions. So don't worry about not having many students, not having enough students. Again, the point is to learn how to advertise yourself. And I'm going to talk about that on this channel. That's kind of the whole purpose of this channel, to talk about freelancing, to talk about teaching and finding students and everything. So make sure to subscribe to the channel not to miss any future videos. Now, before I move on to the second part of the video, I want to talk a little bit more about my personal experience. And like I said, I really like working with elementary level. But I also like working with upper intermediate students because that's when we start having more complicated discussions and we can debate and we can argue and we can learn advanced grammar and just explore the waters, the deeper waters of English. So I like upper intermediate students as well. As far as advanced level is concerned, I usually work with such students only when I prepare them for CAE exam. So for Cambridge English Advanced exam. So that's kind of why they come to me if they have a higher level, and I'm happy to guide them through it because I've taken CAE myself. I've prepared students to pass CAE. And if you are getting ready to take CAE as well, make sure to click the link in the description box to check out my CAE webinar. Now let's move on and talk about the next phrase that was present in that message. I feel scared that I do not have enough knowledge to teach them. Well, here it's a little bit more complicated in my view, because if you feel like you don't have enough knowledge, you need to, drumroll, get that knowledge. There is no magic wand, there is no quick fix. If you want to gain knowledge, you'll have to do it. So you might want to do it yourself. You might want to do a course, or what in my opinion might be one of the best strategies, you might actually find a tutor to guide you through advanced and proficient stuff. Now, the reason that I think that working with a tutor might be the best strategy is that not only will you learn advanced and proficient vocabulary and grammar and idioms and collocations and phrasal verbs and inversions and everything, but you will also observe the way that a class is taught at a high level. Right? So if you find a great teacher, just observe the strategies, observe the exercises that she or he gives you, observe the amount of homework, and materials and authentic videos and everything. So you will improve your own knowledge, but you will also do like a little teaching training at the same time, if you are observant enough and if you are able to reflect on the things that you go through. In my opinion, it is crucial that we work on our knowledge as teachers constantly, because first of all, by doing so, we prove it to ourselves that we are worthy and we are confident and we know what we're doing, right? We beat that imposter syndrome that most teachers experience, and we just become better as professionals and as human beings. Having said that, you need to keep in mind that you are not any less of a teacher if you only work with students up to B2 or up to B1 even. You are still worthy, you are still valuable, and you still deserve to call yourself a successful English teacher. And there is this misconception, there is this myth that teachers who work with advanced and proficient students, they are better teachers. But like I said, it's a total misconception, because that's just not true. And here I want to give you a quote. And like I said, I probably am going to insert quote in every single video from now on, so I hope you don't mind. Anyway, I want to give you a quote which I learned when I was a finalist of Future Leaders Exchange program, or FLEX. And that program has a motto, let's say. And that motto is the following: not better, not worse, just different. Not better, not worse, just different. It applies to any area of life. It applies to teaching as well. So you have the right to choose your own students. You have the right to work with levels that you want to work with. And again, that doesn't make you worse than anybody else. And one more important moment is that you always have the right to change. If at this particular moment you enjoy working with elementary students, keep doing it. Yeah, maybe you have other things going on, or you just want to work with elementary students. You don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to find excuses. Oh, but I'm too busy, so whatever. Like, if the reason is because you love it, that's good enough of a reason. Please remember that. But if a few years later you understand that you are stuck and you feel bored and you want a challenge and you want to start working with advanced students, maybe advanced students only, guess what? You have the right to do it as well. I mean, it's really like that. We tend to overcomplicate many things in life, and I think this is one of them, that we fear that we restrict ourselves, but in a way that's true, because our only limit is us.
Hashtag more quotes.
As long as you don't limit yourself, as long as you stay focused on what you want to do and you continue to improve your knowledge, you are fine, and you're going to be fine, and you're going to have students, and you're not going to be out of work. What about you? What is your favorite level to teach? Please let me know in the comments below. And also, don't be a stranger on Instagram. I'm ESL Tutors Academy there, so go follow me on Instagram too. And that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have found this video useful or inspiring or both, please leave this video a like so that other teachers can find it and we can build a community of cool teachers without the imposter syndrome. Thanks once again, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye bye!